Stop, open your banking app, and look at your last 10 transactions. I can almost guarantee at least 3 of them are on this list. We've normalized paying 300% markups for water that falls from the sky and $20 a month for internet speeds your devices can't even handle. If you feel like you're working harder, but your savings account is staying flat, this is why. These are the 15 invisible drains on your wealth in 2026. And the last one, the status tax, is likely costing you $80,000 over your career just for a phone. 15. Bottled water. $42 a year. That's what bottled water actually costs you. If you're buying exactly 1 bottle per day at the gas station, most people buy 2. Some buy 3. The International Bottled Water Association confirmed Americans consumed over 15 billion gallons of the stuff in 2023. The EPA regulates tap water more strictly than the FDA regulates bottled water. You are paying, on average, 300 times more per gallon for a product that, in blind taste tests, most people cannot distinguish from the tap. A basic Brita pitcher costs $30 and filters over 200 gallons. You break even in 2 weeks. Over 5 years of daily bottled water at $2 a bottle, you've spent $3,650. Put that in an S&P index fund at a historical 8% return for 20 years, and it's over $17,000 for water that falls from the sky. 14. Extended warranties. Extended warranties are the retail industry's most profitable invention since the credit card. Best Buy's Geek Squad protection plan on a $500 laptop runs $149 for 2 years. Consumer Reports has studied this for decades. The vast majority of products that fail do so either in the first 30 days, already covered by the manufacturer, or after 5 years, well past when the extended warranty expired. The middle period, where the extended warranty actually applies, is statistically the safest window of a product's life. You are paying a premium to ensure the period least likely to need insurance. Consumer electronics retailers make margins of 40 to 80% on extended warranties. Those margins exist because claims are rare. The math works for them because it doesn't work for you. If you spent $150 per year on extended warranties across your electronics and appliances, a conservative estimate for most households, that's $3,000 over 20 years. Invested, that becomes $7,200. Money spent betting against your own luck and losing. 13. Fitness streaming unused. Check your streaming subscriptions right now, not the ones you use, the ones you subscribe to for one show and never canceled. A 2024 study by C+R Research found the average American underestimates their monthly subscription spending by $133 per month. The fitness streaming category alone, Peloton app, Les Mills Plus, Beachbody On Demand, charges $12 to $44 monthly for workout libraries that the data shows most subscribers access fewer than twice after the first 30 days. The initial motivation spike is real. The follow-through isn't. Peloton reported in its 2023 earnings that average monthly workouts per subscriber had dropped significantly from pandemic highs. You're not the exception, you're the pattern. $24 a month for an unused fitness stream is $288 a year. That's $1,440 over 5 years. Multiply that by the 2 or 3 forgotten subscriptions on your credit card statement, and you're writing checks for nothing. 12. Modem and router rental. Your internet provider is charging you $15 to $20 every single month to rent a modem and router it bought wholesale for $50. That's $180 to $240 per year to borrow equipment that you can buy outright once for $100 to $150. The payback period on purchasing your own modem and router is 8 months maximum. After that, every month you're renting is pure extraction. money transferred from your account to Comcast, Spectrum, or Cox with zero value in return. This has been true for over a decade. ISPs still collect billions in rental fees annually because most customers never think about it. After 3 years of renting, you've paid $540 to $720 for equipment you could have owned twice over. It's not complicated. It's not even inconvenient to fix. You buy the equipment once, call the provider to deactivate the rental, and you're done. 11. OTC supplements and vitamins. Roughly $35 billion worth of vitamins and dietary supplements get sold in the United States every year. The National Institutes of Health Office of Dietary Supplements has reviewed the evidence on most of them. For healthy adults, eating a reasonably balanced diet, the clinical support for most popular OTC supplements, vitamin C megadoses, biotin for hair, collagen powders, immunity blends, ranges from thin to non-existent. A standard multivitamin runs $20 to $40 monthly. Premium supplement stacks that influencers promote hit $80 to $150. The FDA doesn't evaluate these products for efficacy before they go to market. The manufacturers set their own standards. A 2023 investigation by the nonprofit Clean Label Project found measurable levels of heavy metals in a significant percentage of popular supplement brands. You are paying for products that don't require proof they work and don't require proof they're clean. The supplement industry's marketing budget in 2022 exceeded $900 million. That money came from your purchases. It didn't go into research, but it's not just physical products. The real danger starts when we look at the apps on your phone. 10. Paid meditation and fitness apps. Here's why the "it's only a few dollars" argument destroys people financially. The math on small recurring charges is violent when you run it out. Start with paid meditation and fitness apps. Calm costs $69.99 a year. Headspace is $69.99. MyFitnessPal Premium is $79.99. Noom runs $209 a year. Subscribe to 2 of these, and you're at $140 to $290 annually for apps with free alternatives that deliver the same core functionality. YouTube has thousands of hours of guided meditation. The Nike Run Club app is completely free. Apple Health is built into your phone. The premium tiers on wellness apps exist because the companies discovered that people trying to improve their lives are uniquely bad at canceling subscriptions. Guilt over the unused app keeps it active, which is the opposite of what the app was supposed to do. Someone holding 2 wellness app subscriptions they use sporadically spends about $200 a year to feel slightly better about their inaction. That's not wellness. That's a tax on good intentions. 9. Multi-Gigabit internet upgrade. Your internet provider sent you a notice. You can upgrade to multi-gigabit speeds for only $20 more per month. Sounds reasonable? Netflix recommends 25 megabits per second for 4K streaming. A Zoom call uses 3 megabits per second. Online gaming runs comfortably at 50 megabits per second. The entire household, streaming, gaming, and on-call simultaneously, rarely exceeds 200 megabits per second in practice. A gigabit plan gives you 1,000 megabits per second. Multi-gigabit gives you 2,000 to 5,000. You are paying for a highway FIBE while driving a bicycle. The FCC's own broadband research shows the average American household's peak usage stays well under 200 megabits per second, even in high-usage scenarios. The upgrade from 200 megabits per second down to 1 gigabit is imperceptible in daily use. The upgrade from 1 gigabit to 2 gigabits is literally unmeasurable by any device most people own. That $20 monthly upgrade costs $240 per year. Over 10 years, invested at 8%, it's $3,478. For speed, you cannot detect, use, or demonstrate to anyone. 8. Unnecessary cloud storage subscriptions. iCloud storage, Google One, Dropbox. The cloud storage industry generated $137 billion globally in 2023, and a significant portion of that came from individuals paying $2.99 to $9.99 per month for storage plans they filled with photos they've never looked at, files they don't remember downloading, and device backups for phones they no longer own. Apple gives you 5 gigabytes free. Most people's actual important documents, the ones they genuinely need, fit in 2 gigabytes. The rest is 11,000 nearly identical photos of family dinners and screenshots of things you plan to read later. A one-time external hard drive purchase of $60 stores 2 terabytes. That's 2,000 gigabytes for a single upfront payment versus $3.99 monthly, $47.88 per year to store data on someone else's server indefinitely. The break even is 15 months. After that, every month is just subscription revenue flowing out, because canceling means dealing with your own disorganization, which you'll get to eventually, which means never. 7. Fast fashion clothing. Fast fashion is the industry that got very good at making you feel like you're saving money while extracting more of it than almost any other category. A $15 shirt from Shein or H&M sounds like a deal. It washes 3 times and starts pilling. The seams separate in 6 months. The color fades before the year is out. So you buy another $15 shirt and another. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that apparel expenditures for the average American household hit roughly $1,900 annually. Fast fashion's business model is built on a replacement cycle of 3 to 6 months per item intentionally. A mid-quality shirt from a durable brand costs $45 to $60 and lasts 3 to 5 years. The per-year cost is lower. The closet isn't full of things that don't fit right and feel cheap. The environmental argument exists separately, but the financial one is enough. You are buying the illusion of a wardrobe for the price of an actual one in installments forever. 6. Convenience and service fees. Convenience fees are the great normalization project of the 2020s. Ticketmaster charges a service fee, an order processing fee, and a facility charge, totaling 27% on top of the face value of a ticket, according to a 2023 report from the New York Attorney General's office. AXS, StubHub, and SeatGeek run similar structures. Utility companies charge $3.50 to process a payment online, to process a digital transaction that costs them fractions of a cent. Airlines charge $35 to choose a seat on a plane you already paid for. Third-party delivery apps now stack a delivery fee, a service fee, a small order fee, and a suggested tip before you confirm. The total markup can hit 40 to 50% above base price. Individually, each fee feels too small to fight. Collectively, someone paying convenience fees across ticketing, utilities, food delivery, and travel adds $600 to $1,200 in annual fees for the privilege of transactions that should have been free. The companies know you'll absorb it. The only counter is routing around them wherever possible. Pay by mail, buy direct, pick up your own food. 5. Alcoholic drinks at restaurants. A glass of house wine at dinner costs $12 to $16. The bottle it came from retails for $8 to $12 at a grocery store. Restaurant alcohol markups run 200 to 400%, and that's on the low end. Premium cocktails at a mid-tier restaurant use $3 to $5 in ingredients and land on your bill at $14 to $18. A couple having 2 drinks each at dinner adds $56 to $72 to the check before tip on top of the meal. The National Restaurant Association doesn't hide this. Beverage sales are how restaurants survive. Compressed food margins. You are subsidizing someone else's business model every time you order around. Over the course of a year, a household that dines out twice a week and orders 2 drinks per person per outing spends $3,800 to $5,600 on restaurant alcohol alone. The same wine consumed at home cost $100 to $150 for the year. This isn't about never having a drink at dinner. It's about knowing that the cocktail program exists because it's the most profitable line item on the menu, and you're the one making it profitable. 4. Gaming subscriptions, battle passes, and skins. Gaming companies built an entire economy inside their games. Fortnite generated approximately $5.8 billion in 2023, almost entirely from cosmetic microtransactions, skins, emotes, battle passes that cost $9.99 per season and expire. 8 seasons in a year is $80 in passes that disappear. Add a few skins at $15 to $20 each. Loot boxes, character bundles, limited time cosmetics, engineered with artificial scarcity. A moderately engaged player spending on a single game hits $200 to $400 annually. A player active across 2 or 3 live service games with battle passes crosses $600 to $800 easily, and this is before console subscription fees. The Federal Trade Commission has flagged the psychological design of these systems, particularly loot boxes and time-limited offers, as exploiting the same behavioral triggers as slot machines. The items purchased convey no ownership rights. The developer can remove them or modify them at any time. You do not own what you bought. You rented a feeling for 20 minutes while the timer was running. 3. Food delivery fees and markups. Food delivery has been covered before, not like this. DoorDash reported $8.6 billion in revenue in 2023. Uber Eats generated $12 billion. The combined platforms pre-said billions of orders. Each order cost the customer, on average, 40 to 50% more than the same meal purchased in-store or direct from the restaurant. After delivery fee, service fee, tip, and menu price inflation that restaurants apply specifically to app orders. That last part is the one people miss. Restaurants list higher prices on apps because the platform charges them 15 to 30% commission. They're not absorbing that. You are. A $13 bowl at a restaurant becomes $17 on the app, plus $3 delivery fee, plus $4 service fee, plus $3 tip. $27 for $13 worth of food. Someone ordering delivery 3 times a week spends roughly $3,000 to $4,500 more annually than they would eating the same food by other means. At 8% returns over 30 years, $3,000 per year is $367,000. One delivery habit, one number. 2. Buy now, pay later financing. Buy now, pay later was supposed to be a consumer-friendly alternative to credit cards. Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, the 4-payment model with no interest if you pay on time. Clean, simple, reasonable. What it actually did was remove the last psychological friction between I want this and I bought this. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau published research in 2023 showing BNPL users carry significantly higher rates of overdraft, late fees on other accounts, and credit card debt than non-users. The service enables spending at a level the buyer's cash flow doesn't support. That's the business model. Klarna's revenue comes from merchants paying for the service, but it comes indirectly from customers spending more than they would otherwise. Users of BNPL spend 10 to 40% more per transaction when the option is available. According to research from the Journal of Marketing Research, the payments feel small because they are small individually. The total isn't. Someone using BNPL regularly across purchases adds $1,200 to $2,000 in annual spending they wouldn't have made with a one-time payment prompt. That's not saving money, that's debt in 4 installment clothing. 1. Annual smartphone upgrade. The iPhone 16 Pro starts at $999. The iPhone 13 Pro released in 2021, does everything an average person needs a smartphone to do: texting, calling, navigation, social media, photos that are genuinely excellent, streaming video in high definition. It runs current apps, it receives software updates. You can find one for $300 to $400 refurbished. Apple sold 232 million iPhones in fiscal 2023. A large percentage of those buyers owned a phone that worked perfectly. The upgrade cycle this has compressed to annual because the marketing cycle is annual, not because the technology demands it. Camera benchmarks improve 7 to 12% year over year. Processor speeds improve in ways that affect tasks most users never run. The phone you have is not slow. It was made slow through software updates that Apple has paid settlements over, specifically for throttling older device performance. Someone upgrading their phone every 2 years, financing a $999 device, pays roughly $500 per year in depreciation and financing costs. Over a 30-year career, keeping a phone 4 years instead of 2 and buying mid-range instead of flagship saves approximately $8,000 to $12,000. Invested over $80,000. That number, $80,000, came from a phone. Go look at what you spent on a phone in the last 4 years. Not what it felt like, what the receipts say. Most people will watch this, feel a little guilty for 30 seconds, and then go order DoorDash. Don't be most people. Pick just one thing from this list to cut today, just one, and move that money into your brokerage account instead. If you want more deep dives into the math of building wealth that the retail industry doesn't want you to see, hit the subscribe button. I'm Amelia, and I'll see you in the next one.